So this is the Days of 47 parade, a parade that honors the pioneers coming into the Salt Lake Valley, the Mormon pioneers. The Mormons, forebearers, our ancestors came and settled this great valley, and this is a parade celebrating that. So probably at least more than half of the parade floats were designed and made by members of the church, specifically congregations or wards and stakes of the church within Utah. So that's why everyone comes together and we celebrate our Mormon heritage.
We'll come together every 24th of July to celebrate the arrival of the first pioneers to the Great Valley and to remember what the pioneers did for each of us. We hope you enjoyed today's Pioneer Day Parade, and remember that those of the past who gave what we have today. Now let's have a parade. The Salt Lake City Motorcycle Squad was formed in 1909. The squad consists of 17 officers and 2 sergeants. Their duties include traffic enforcement, DUI detection, investigating traffic accidents, and handling special events. Formed as an homage to the original, the Mormon Battalion Association welcomes patriotic individuals, families, and organizations of goodwill, regardless of gender, race, creed, religion, national origin, or heritage, in service to their communities, nation, and fellow mankind. The handcart company that retraced the original route to Utah. What a pioneer! Pioneers of Utah. The Sons of Utah pioneers established historical markers and monuments, conduct historical symposium programs, publish a colorful quarterly magazine, provide scholarship to high school seniors, and work in many more ways in local communities to help keep the pioneer spirit and values alive for future generations. Next we have the Utah Healing Fields, joined by the 420th MP Company Army Reserve Center. The Utah Healing Field 2015 is an outdoor flag display of over 3,000 flags in commemoration for the horrific events of September 11, 2001. Every year since 9/11, a healing field has been erected in the lawns of Sandy City Hall. Come walk the field and feel the emotion of over 3,000 flags blowing in the breeze as if they were alive. The event dates are September 11th through 14th. Go to healingfield.org/Utah15 for details and to sponsor a flag. Christ of Latter-day Saints is accompanied by 4 of his grandchildren. Traffic services reduce accidents, aggressive driving, and other traffic-related hazards throughout the state of Utah. The Utah Highway Motor Patrol Squad is made of 30 certified officers and sergeants. Excited to participate for their first time in the Days of 47 parade. Parade's a little bigger than what they're used to in their hometown of Fairview, Utah. Salt Lake County Sheriff Jose was established in 1954 to represent the Sheriff's Department. They compete in parade and drill events statewide, winning first overall in the state multiple times. This 1924 Dodge Brothers touring car is the blackest car you'll ever see. It was abandoned many years ago near Echo, Utah. Ed Allen and his sons restored it. Old Mo, as it's called, made its first appearance in this parade in 1969 and has been a parade car ever since. It was rumored it may have carried illegal goods during Prohibition. Its owners, Ed and Sarah Allen, enjoyed being in the parade. Band, sponsored by R.C. Willey, is recognized as one of the finest high school bands in the United States. A fixture of several Utah parades during the summer, they have also performed in the Rose Parade. With a legacy that extends back more than 5 decades, thousands of Davis High band members have created a legacy of excellence and teamwork. Spending time together. The family is seen in the H.G. Wells 19th century Victorian time machine carrying them with treasured possessions. The float is filled with many animated time devices and a roving sundial. As the float passes, notice the large clock on the back of a tall mountain with the words "Family, take the time." This float is the winner of Outstanding Animation Award, awarded for the most outstanding animation, as well as the Days of 47 Sweepstakes Award. This award is given to the float that scores the highest in all the 5 elements of judging: theme, aesthetics, originality, craftsmanship, and special effects. Next is the Days of 47 Board of Directors riding in the U.S. Bus Utah. The U.S. Bus Utah is now in its 4th season serving Salt Lake City visitors and is locally owned and operated by Jerry Dozy. Also riding in the board of directors is Maureen Parker Smith, president of the Daughters of Utah Pioneers and the Pioneer Memorial Museum. The Daughters of Utah Pioneers invite all of you to the Pioneer Memorial Museum open house after the parade. There will be refreshments from noon to 4 o'clock. Here comes the KSL float. This float celebrates the many ways to receive news each day, including online, television, radio, and newspaper. Today, KSL has you covered on all fronts. Dave McCann is joining the float today with many of the people who work at KSL. KSL serves the community by supporting organizations and initiatives. Sponsored by Accent Garage Doors, is under the direction of Brett Hughes and Chris Taylor, and drum major Jacob Asherall. The Park City Band Program is home to nationally recognized jazz and percussion programs. This is the band's 3rd consecutive performance in the Days of 47 parade. Sit back and enjoy the sound of the Park City High School Marching Band. Council are riding along to encourage participation in their neighborhoods, schools, and communities. ancestors through family history and today's Latter-day Saints who are performing work through genealogy and temple work. You can see the Salt Lake Temple, a beautiful tree of photos of ancestors, and a pathway across the stream, bridging the connection between them. Utah Honor Flight is a non-profit group that takes our war heroes to Washington, D.C. each year to see the memorials built in their honor. First up with the Utah Honor Flight, we have the 1943 World War II Jeep, fully restored in 2013 by Lance Jensen. Riding in this Jeep is World War II veteran Don Poland, who served as the U.S. Army Air Force engineer for the 911th Air Force from 1943 to 1945. Almost 700,000 Jeeps were produced in World War II. The U.S. provided them to every allied country, including the United Kingdom, Russia, China, Australia, and many others. This 1942 Jeep, GPW World War II Jeep, owned by Raymond S. Meldrum, has been used in many films, including Saints and Soldiers, The Void, American Pastime, Granite Flats, and others. Riding this Jeep is World War II veteran Frank Jones, who is in the Army Air Corps, 8th Air Force, and 452nd Bomb Group from 1942 to 1945. This 1944 Willys MB, more commonly known as the Jeep, owned by Greg Brubaker, is one of the about 650,000 of this type produced in the military during World War II. The nickname for Jeep is believed to originate with the abbreviation of General Purpose Vehicle, or GP. Riding in this Jeep is World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam War veteran Alan Young, a member of the Army Air Corps and Air Force who served from 1946 to 1966. This World War II style Jeep, made and used by the French Army after the war, was purchased in the United Kingdom and has been driven by its owner Chip Garant to 2 anniversary events in Normandy and the Ardennes. Riding this Jeep we have World War II veteran Wally Wallen, who served in the Army from 1943 to 1946. And next up, we have the World War II military Jeep restored by the Davis family of Centerville in honor of our World War II veterans. Riding in this Jeep are the Utah Honor Flight Medics. And this 1942 Willys MB Jeep saw combat in North Africa during Operation Torch in World War II. It was damaged by Field Marshal Urban Rommel's Africa Corps during combat action. Kids through the parade make a wish Utah serves to give children with life-threatening medical condition a chance to dream. And working their magic, Make a Wish aims to bring hope, strength, and joy to the lives of Utah children and their families. Find out how you can help. Visit utah.wish.org. Marines, the few, the proud. Today we have active duty Marine Corps recruiters from the surrounding area recruiting offices, Marine Corps League members, and current Marine Corps reservists and Charlie Company out of Fargo, Utah, marching in the parade. Number 5. That's the Army up there. 1937 by Robert S. Barclay and represents the community throughout the western United States in competitions, parades, concerts, and community programs. The band wears the ancient Barclay hunting tartan. They're the oldest continuously organized pipe band in the western United States. The band is led by pipe major Jeremy Barclay and drum sergeant Tiffany Brush. They also have a group of award-winning Scottish dancers who travel to perform with the band under the direction of Julie Earle. Members of the band come from all over northern Utah. They love to play music and are proud of their Scottish heritage. Mike Brown has served in the Salt Lake City Police Department since 1991. Appointed interim chief on June 11, 2015, he most recently served as commander over special operations.
Oh, hi! Superman!
Superman? Mikey's got that same thing.
The Daisy Reaper is the first horse-drawn machine to harvest wheat and revolutionized farming by being able to combine the steps of harvesting wheat. This machine could cut more wheat in a day than half a dozen farmhands. This particular Disney Reaper from 1895 was owned by Arthur Bunker in the early settling days of Delta, Utah. It is currently owned and operated today by his granddaughter, Gaylor Bunker. The H model with the Schwartz aftermarket white front end. Celebrate Tuacon's 20th anniversary with 3 outstanding Broadway shows, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, the never-before-seen Disney's When You Wish, and Sister Act. These shows sure to engrave warmth and laughter on your heart, creating memories that will last a lifetime. This very rare 1912 H Detroit brass-era car, owned by Cameron and Kay Sidwell, is the only one known left to exist. The Riverton, Utah Central State salutes the missionary efforts of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and those friendships that are created. This float, also the winner of the Theme Award, the float receiving this award depicts the best of the parade theme. The Americanas from Rexburg, Idaho have been performing for 33 years from Calgary, Canada to the Rose Parade in Pasadena, California, and from Boise, Idaho to 3 times in Washington, D.C. in over 400 performances. Those standing are called Roman Riders, and today this riding group is made up all of one family. Today the Americanas salute the great state of Utah. These charming playhouses and more may be viewed again by attending the Salt Lake Parade of Homes. Represents the many pioneers whose journeys did not end Utah. Some of the most treacherous areas forged are trails of southeastern Utah due to the breathtaking, though rugged, rock formations. And Luke Garrett. The Wells Fargo Stagecoach, driven by Gary Sandstead. Before railroads crossed the nation, stagecoaches connect people and communities on the East Coast and across the West. Today, the Wells Fargo Stagecoach rolls through Salt Lake City, celebrating the Days of 47 Parade. Riding on this stagecoach is new Regional Director Dean O'Donnell, and her coupe from the Charlie Moore family has a rumble seat. It's tanned with yellow wheels. This is the second car to be restored by the Moore family, who have now restored a total of 12 cars. Family entitled Our Pioneer Legacy in Forging a New Frontier. Members of the family are riding the fully restored 1952 Ford F2 flatbed truck that belonged to their grandparents. The 6 enormous Young Living Percherons are pulling a restored freight wagon. It takes these big horses to pull heavy loads. Notice the tank wagon behind to supply water for the trip. When you see the Young Living Percherons, you're seeing the trucks and tractors of a bygone era. This year marks the 35th anniversary of sister statehood between Taiwan and Utah. TCO sends representatives to participate in the Pioneer Parade every year. Were blessed by many miracles as they traveled westward, forging a new frontier. This full of portrays and experiences known as the miracles of the quail. Shortly after being forced out of Nauvoo, Illinois in the fall of 1846, a group of 300 to 400 poor, sickly, and hungry pioneers were in desperate need of food. A flock of tired quail landed in the Pioneer Academy, which provided food for the hungry pioneers. This float is the winner of the Daughters of Utah Pioneers Award, given to the float that best reflects the purpose of the organization.
Here comes the new check.
120 academic programs and training for workforce development. The college educates, trains, builds, strengthens, and supports students in our community every day. To think of their customers as friends and neighbors. Team up with First National Bank, and together you can grow into the future. This float, the winner of the Queen's Award, awarded the second best float in the business section. State's float, you can see their youth with their modern technology, computers, tablets, and cell phones. Following the temple challenge by doing family history work, then taking those names to the temple for baptism. In the back, you can see how their family trees grow as the temple work is done. This float is based on the Youth Temple Challenge to take as many family names to the temple as they do baptisms. Elder Neil L. Anderson said, "These are your days. You're the labors of America's original pioneers, settlers, and forefathers. It was they who forged to establish a new frontier and freedom. We thank them all this day." This float, the winner of the Hilden Erickson Award. This award shows the pioneer legacy, determination, and adaptability along a new frontier.
And he memorized that whole thing. He memorized that entire script today. That's the folks from ESPN.
Institution of higher learning. Now, more than 160 years later, we are proud to celebrate the youth's indelible place in Utah's rich pioneer heritage and look forward to blazing new trails of educational excellence and discovery for future generations at a place we call Imagine Youth. Schools, band directors, and their staff. This marching band represents students from Copper Hills, West Jordan, Bingham, Riverton, and Harriman High Schools, the Jordan School District, all-district marching band. 1910 models appeared in the spring. Sabre started racing. Sabre was in the right place at the right time because 1910 marked the debut of the Elgin National Road Races. And next up is the 1920 Model A, driven by Josh Sidwell and his family. When Henry Ford introduced the Model A, he had advertised in thousands of newspapers for spectators to see. The mounted police had to be called out for crowd control by an estimated 200,000 people. Centerville City was settled by Mormon pioneers in 1848. Shortly after they arrived in the Salt Lake Valley, Centerville has been holding a year-long centennial celebration with many special events celebrating 100 years since being incorporated as a city. They're proud of their pioneer heritage and proud of the great community they've grown into and excited to face new frontiers. Second settlement in 1847, a beautiful tabernacle was soon completed in 1863. Bountiful had gone to be the breadbasket of Utah with prosperous orchards and vegetable gardens. Eventually, many farms were replaced by homes for new families. The finishing touch is the Bountiful Temple overlooking the city, completed in 1995. And this is Constance Stevens' family 1931 Ford Model A Deluxe, who was fully restored 7 years ago. On the Holiday North Stakes float, you can see family unity strengthens your fight against foes. Throughout all time in history, families joining together and putting on the whole armor of God have faced challenges and new frontiers. Tracing pioneer roots and genealogy shows where the pioneers got their strength to face new frontiers. Everyone has dragons to conquer, and with the whole armor and family, the dragons can be slayed. This will winner the People's Choice Award. Bluffdale City, incorporated in 1978, is located in the southwest portion of the Salt Lake Valley. Historically in geography, Bluffdale has always been considered a crossroad. The railroad, Jordan River, Pony Express, and Johnson's Army all crossed and used Bluffdale. Today, Bluffdale is a small and growing rural community and an important link along the Wasatch Front. Riding on the float are Miss Bluffdale, Hannah Roundtree, First Attendant Sadie Park, and Second Attendant Brittany Ennis. Majestic's color guard is directed by Carissa Jenkins. This is the 66th year Twella High School. 66th year that Twella High School has marched in the days of 47th parade throughout Twella's marching history. They have won many awards and have performed in numerous events across North America. RC is proud to be a part of the days of 47th parade and to be part of the history of Utah. Twella High School, marching band. The busiest community arts organizations in the state and winner of the Best in State for 2015, the Sandy Arts Guild has been forging forward in the art community for 30 years. Art shows, musicals, can do it all. And now this beautiful color flow is the Mama's church scene with stained glass windows and a large portrait of Overseer and founder, Dr. Rosemary Redmond Cosby. Serves as the choir box, Mama's Temple Choir and band performing under the dynamic direction of Minister of Music Rosalind A. Cervantes.